Hi friends, special day. Pancakes Pancakes by our old friend Eric Carle. And then we're going to make pancakes today. Kiki-riki, crowed the rooster. Jack woke up, looked out the window, and thought, I'd like to have a big pancake for breakfast. Jack's mother was already up and busy. Mother, said Jack, I'd like to have a big pancake for breakfast. I am busy and you will have to help me, she said. How can I help? Asked Jack. We'll need some flour, she replied. Take a sickle and cut as much wheat as the donkey can carry, then take it to the mill. The miller will grind it into flour. When Jack had cut enough wheat, he put it on the donkey's back and took it to the miller. Can you grind this wheat for me, he asked. I need it for a big pancake. First we must separate the grain from the chaff, said the miller. He gave Jack a flail and spread the wheat on the ground. The miller took another flail and began to beat the wheat with it. Jack helped with the threshing, and soon there was a big pile of straw and chaff and a small pile of grain. The miller poured the grain on a large flat stone. On top of it was a round millstone connected to the water wheel on the outside. The water wheel turned round and round, turning the millstone round and round too, to grind the grain into flour. At last the miller handed Jack a bag of flour. Here's the flour, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, now we need an egg. Jack went to the black hen and fed her some grain that had slipped into his pocket while he had been threshing. Cluck, cluck, said the black hen and went inside the hen house. Then she said cluck, cluck once more and laid an egg. Here's an egg, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, now we need some milk. Jack went to the spotted cow and began to milk her. Moo, moo, said the spotted cow as the milk squirted into the pail. Here's the milk, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, we need some butter. Jack got the butter churn and held it between his knees. His mother scooped the cream from the top of the milk and put it into the butter churn. Jack pushed the churn handle up and down, up and down. Finally, the cream turned into butter. Here's the butter, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, we need to build a fire. Jack went to the woodshed and brought some firewood. Here's the firewood, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, wouldn't you like to have something sweet on your pancake? So Jack went down to the cool cellar and pulled a jar of strawberry jam from one of the shelves. Here's the strawberry jam, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. In the kitchen, Jack's mother had filled the table with the flour, the egg, the milk, the butter. There was also the mixing bowl, a cup, a wooden spoon, a ladle, a frying pan, a plate, a knife, fork, and spoon, and a jar of strawberry jam. And his mother said, put a cupful of flour into the bowl, break an egg into the flour and stir. Pour a cupful of milk over the flour and eggs and stir it again until the batter is smooth and without lumps. Jack's mother heated the frying pan over the fire and added a piece of butter. The butter melted fast. Then she said to Jack, now pour a ladle full of batter onto the hot pan. After a minute or two, she looked at the underside of the pancake. It was golden brown. Now watch, she said. I'll turn the pancake over. Ready? Ready, shouted Jack. Flip, said his mother. Up and over went the pancake high into the air and landed right in the pan. In another minute or two, the pancake was crisp on the underside as well. Then she slipped the pancake from the frying pan onto the plate and spread some strawberry jam on it. And now Jack, his mother started to say, but Jack said, oh, Mama, I know what to do now. What a good book. Pancakes by Eric Carle. Everything he does is good. Okay, pancakes. 1 cup of flour, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Baking powder, 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Fred the Labrador wants a pancake. There we go, 3. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. There we go. I always mix the dry ingredients with the wire whisk. That works nicely. Alrighty, get these out of the way. I have 1 beautiful egg from the Crawford family chicken coop. This is melted butter. You could also use oil if you prefer oil. This is 2 tablespoons I melted before we started. You can ask an adult to help you with that, or oil you don't need to melt. And 3/4 cup of milk. Whisk that together. All right, now at this point, the adult that you're working with would want to go ahead and get your griddle or whatever kind of a frying pan you're going to use. Thicker is better. A thicker pan is better than a thinner pan. Get it warmed up, and then you would, of course, let the adult do the heating up. I'm going to put it on a low heat. This is our lucky day. Our onions are no problem. Okay, we're going to mix the wet and dry ingredients together with my rubber scraper. Pancakes are like muffins, guys, not like yeasted bread. Yeasted bread, the more you knead it, the better. Muffins and pancakes, just enough for the wet and the dry ingredients to be incorporated, and then you're done. You don't want to overbeat them. Your ingredients. This is a small recipe. If all of my teenagers were awake and I was cooking this for the whole family, we would probably triple the recipe. All right. You will notice that we have here some chocolate chips because we like that in our family. But we also like, when blueberries are in season, we use blueberries. Bananas, you can put bananas in your pancakes, or of course plain is an option, and Walter liked strawberry jam with his. Lots of choices. This is not quite hot enough. I greased it a little bit before we started. You don't need a lot of grease, just a little bit. You can use oil or butter for that, and you'd probably want to ask the adult for help. I have a serving spoon here. You could use a tablespoon if you like smaller pancakes, or a 1/4 cup measuring cup. That works good as well. This recipe makes poofy pancakes. They get nice and light, so it does not take a lot of batter, or you'll end up with something that looks more like a cake than a pancake. We're going to let these cook. The hard part is the waiting, until the dough on the bottom is kind of golden brown, and they usually start to bubble. Not always, but usually they bubble a little bit. the baker waited while his mom made the pancakes for him. But all you baking kids can do this yourself. With a little help for the flame. Chocolate chips. Just a few on each pancake for fun. You could, of course, make a smiley face if you're feeling silly. I am, so I think I will. And I'm going to peek in a minute to see how the underside is doing. That looks good. Not too many, guys, otherwise your pancakes will be gooey and they won't cook very nice. Just a few. Okay, I'm going to peek here. This is nice and golden brown underneath, so I'm going to give it a try to get the whole thing on your spatula and flip. Well, that looks pretty good, guys. We're doing a good job together. There we go. We'll let those cook for a few more minutes. I've got my plate ready. I got out strawberry jam just to be like Walter. And we like confectioner's sugar to put on top of ours. Of course, you could also use syrup. Right onto the plate, guys. These are nice and done. Chocolate chips ready. Yummy.